Border buildup. More migrants and troops convene at the border with Title 42 set to end, and even President Biden says it's going to be chaos. Camping out at the Kiev Forum, who fans are waiting to see and how long some of them have been there. You're watching The Rundown. Hello, everyone. I'm Robin Winston. California and other border states are getting ready for an influx of migrants. The troop buildup at the border has also started. About 550 active duty military members have arrived at the southwest border. They'll provide support at the Customs and Border Protection facilities. The Biden administration released new border control plans, saying it will open more processing centers and expand holding capacity for migrants waiting to cross the border.
We've gotten overwhelming cooperation from Mexico. We also are in the process of setting up offices in Colombia and other places where someone seeking asylum can go first. But it remains to be seen. It's going to be chaotic for a while.
The U.S. is also expanding access to an appointment scheduling app, but there are still questions over whether migrants can really utilize the online service. Vice President Kamala Harris reportedly has backed out of an event in Carson next week to avoid crossing a picket line of striking Hollywood writers. The LA Times reports the vice president was supposed to appear at an MTV mental health awareness event at Cal State Dominguez Hills, but she decided to cancel in solidarity with the members of the Writers Guild of America. President Biden has also said he hopes Hollywood studios will reach a fair deal with writers. Comcast, the corporation that owns our parent company, NBC Universal, is one of the entertainment companies represented by the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. Also, some employees of the NBC News Group are represented by the WGA. I hope you're ready for more sunshine and toasty temperatures because meteorologist Belen de Leon is tracking a warming trend.
Hi, everyone. Well, that May gray marine layer that we've been seeing lately will be thinning out as we head into the weekend. So we'll start our days a bit more sunny. Now, the temperatures are going to start warming for the second half of the work weekend into the weekend. We're looking at highs reaching the 80s and 90s. And by Mother's Day, well, we're looking at lots of sunshine with mild temperatures. Here's the weather setup. We have high pressure that's going to be firmly developing over the west coast. So that means temperatures are going to be heating up. The chance for rain, well, that's not going to be in our forecast. And we'll see less and less cloud cover. Now, look at the trend in Moreno Valley, where the temperatures are cool Wednesday, Thursday, 75. But then it gets really warm Friday into the weekend, highs in the 80s and even 90s, and that warm weather trend continues through early next week. So now's the time to check on your AC and make sure you have a way to cool down in the coming days.
We're hearing from the woman who won a civil case against former President Donald Trump. It's from an encounter between Trump and author E. Jean Carroll back in the 90s. She claimed he attacked her in the dressing room of a New York department store. Tuesday, a jury found Trump liable and ordered him to pay her $5 million. Here's what Carroll and her attorney said on the Today Show.
I'm overwhelmed with joy and happiness and delight for the women in this country. This is not about the money. This is about getting my name back.
Do you think that you'll be able to collect those damages against the former president?
Oh, I promise you that we will collect those damages against the former president.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump says this is not over. He wants to appeal the verdict. Early detection is key in the fight against breast cancer. Now there's new recommendations as to when you should get your screenings. It used to be when you reach 50, but now a U.S. task force says you might want to do it sooner at age 40. NBC's Amy Cho explains.
Once women hit age 40, they should start getting mammograms every other year. That's the new recommendation from the U.S. Preventive Services Task Force, which says the rate of breast cancer in younger women has gone up in recent years. If you look at the number of cases from 2015 to 2019 in ages 40 to 49, there were more than 165,000 women diagnosed.
Numbers are really representative of people. And you see tears on people, not on numbers.
Dr. Lucille Adams-Campbell leads the Ralph Lauren Center for Cancer Prevention in Navy Yard. She feels the new guidelines are a step in the right direction, but wishes they'd gone even farther. She recommends women ages 40 and up get mammograms every year, not every 2 years.
I always believe saving one life is very important, but saving many lives when we have the abilities to do so is so vital.
This new cancer prevention center just opened a few weeks ago. They pair patients up with a nurse navigator who can help guide them through each step of the screening process. They also offer patients free transportation to the hospital if they need it.
One of the center's goals is expanding resources for Black women, who are 40% more likely to die of breast cancer than white women, according to the American Cancer Society.
Among the minority population in general, they develop cancer at a younger age, even in their 30s.
One survivor in D.C. tells News 4 she's passionate about sharing her story to make sure other women don't go through what she did.
You don't know how strong you have to be until you're required to be strong.
Angel Thompson was 29 when she went in for a checkup at her dermatologist. They found a mole beneath her right arm, which would turn out to be stage 1 invasive ductal carcinoma.
Early detection just means early solutions, early answers. It also provides people the possibility to get back to their family and their lives quicker.
Amy Cho, News 4.
An effort to raise more than $500,000 to save the Compton Community Garden has fallen short, but there's still hope of saving it. The owner gave supporters until 5 o'clock Tuesday evening to outbid the current offer on the table. They needed $650,000, but only raised half that amount. Community members say this garden has been a lifeline for 10 years. The founder of the Compton Community Garden says he's working with the city to find another spot. They will use the money already raised to secure and run it. A new study finds that half of Americans are turning to side jobs to help make ends meet. So how can you turn your side passion into a moneymaker? Consumer reporter Susan Hogan from our sister station in Washington, D.C. has some tips and warnings for you.
Adam Godet traded in his suit and tie, federal pension, and regular paycheck to pursue his passion, woodworking.
I've been making things my whole life since I was a kid, so I just got very comfortable with tools at an early age.
Adam now has a steady stream of clients, but for years, woodworking was a side job, something he enjoyed doing and even made money selling custom furniture. He and his wife crunched the numbers more than once until they felt financially comfortable making it his full-time job.
I wanted to do it. I wanted to make the leap, but tend to be a little risk averse, and my wife is even more risk averse than I am.
Turning a hobby or side gig into a full-time career takes a lot of time and attention, but a lot of people seem to be giving it a shot.
So half of employed Americans also have some level of side income, right? Which was a shocking number as we started to look through that.
A new survey by Payments and Lending Club says consumers could be amassing a collective $52 billion in cash payments each month, thanks to those side gigs and lucrative hobbies.
Some of the ones that jumped out across the board were things like profits from selling used items, things like informal tasks, so getting paid to go to help a friend out.
And if you really love your hobby or just need the extra cash, whatever your reason is, we have some tips before diving in. Be realistic about how much time you actually have. Ask yourself, what skills do I have that could earn money? Are you good at tech, hair, makeup? And if you're considering turning that side gig into a full-time career like Adam, start preparing at least a year in advance. Crunch the numbers, reduce your spending to see what it's like living without a steady paycheck. And just because you have talent doesn't mean you're ready to turn that side gig into a business. Adam says he had to learn the hard way.
It's a steep learning curve to run a business with marketing and those kinds of things.
That's why it might not be a bad idea to sign up for an online business course at a local community college before taking the plunge. I'm Susan Hogan, News 4.
Dodger Stadium has the most expensive beer in Major League Baseball. That's according to USA Today. They compared ballparks and found Dodger fans pay the most. It's about $1 an ounce, so an ice cold one costs nearly $20. By the way, the ballpark with the cheapest beer, USA Today says that title belongs to the Seattle Mariners. Very soon, people pulling up to a Wendy's drive-thru will have their order taken by a robot. The fast food chain is teaming up with Google to create artificial intelligence chatbots at their drive-thrus. They will first be rolled out in Columbus, Ohio this summer. Wendy's says customers will still be able to customize their order however they want. They hope this will help reduce wait times. We shall see. An 80s cult classic movie is making a comeback, and it's happening whether you say his name 3 times or not.
What are your qualifications?
Well, I attended Juilliard. I'm a graduate of the Harvard Business School. I travel quite extensively. I lived through the Black Plague, and I had a pretty good time during that.
Oh, this is a classic. Michael Keaton is returning as Beetlejuice in an upcoming sequel. He and Winona Ryder will reprise their roles. Meanwhile, Wednesday star Jenna Ortega has signed on to play Ryder's daughter. Beetlejuice 2 is set to hit theaters next year. Excited BTS fans are lining up and camping out at the Kia Forum. Take a look at all of these tents outside the arena in Inglewood. It just keeps going and going and going. It's all for the 3 solo concerts by singer and rapper Suga. Everyone camping out is numbered in the order they arrived.
So this is the camping line for GA. So basically it's general admission, so it's first come, first serve. So basically whoever lines up first gets the best seats. And I think when I got into them, I was a baby. So personally for me, they've helped me get through a lot of hard times in my life. And they're also very uplifting and positive people.
Some fans have been camping out for a week, hoping for the best seats. I mean, wow. Talk about dedication and loyalty. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4 weekdays, 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout the morning. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.